Hey y'all, it's Indigo here. Wanted to make a video today about just some interesting things that I've come across in this territory war. Before we get into that, let me give a quick shout out to my guys. I just had a new patron join, Boba Finn, so I'm glad to have you join the crew. Shout out to my gold guys, Johnny Cron, Castle, Wingnut, Rival, Rum Runner, and Dynacon V. My silver, Mikayas, Bruh, and Boba Finn. And then my regular patrons are Spets, Ekel, Kazi, Go Cubs, Raylo, Darth Kiwi, Mr. Herman, Uncle Chow, and Pesticides. I appreciate your support, guys. I'm glad to have you. And anyone else interested can check out the link there in the corner and come join the fun. So let's get into it. And I do have commentary for this TW. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Okay, first up is a CLS Mirror Match. I've got R2, C-3PO, Han, and Chewie. My R2 and Chewie and Han are all gear 13. Han is level 6 Relics, Chewie is level 2, and R2 is level 1. And this is a mirror match, and his squad was all gear 12, Zeta and everything. And just look at the difference in the damage that Relics put out. I can't wait to get Han to Relic level 7, which hopefully will be later tonight. But he just tore through the enemy Chewie like nothing. Every time Han goes, you can see he took out half of CLS's life right there. And Chewie doesn't hit too bad at Relic level 2. I can't wait to also take him to 7. I mean, these Relics are going to be a huge game changer just because the amount of damage that they can put out on your attackers. Once you Relic up some key characters, your squad won't be one to be messed with. So here goes Han right here. You can see that when Chewie goes from the assist, he takes out a significant chunk of protection. And we're going to see, we'll call Han to go again. Look at that. His damage just knocks him down like nothing. So I really wanted to show you that. I know y'all have seen plenty of mirror matches, but just with Relics on there. And I'm sure it's a difference of gear 13 too versus gear 12, but Relics are huge. The next matchup was just my Imp Troopers versus enemy Nightsisters with Mother Talzin lead. I have a gear 13 Stark. I just put the Zeta on him recently. He's only Relic level 1. He is one that I do want to Relic up. And I also want a gear 13 Snow and Range, just because those are real key components of this team. You want to have those up because Snow's AoE will be one to clear the board and do heavy damage. And then Range constantly assists. And I've got him modded for heavy damage too. So I want every time he goes to be able to pack a huge punch. And this MT squad does have Nest in it. If you throw Nest in a squad, if your troopers are any good and they can take out a Nightsister team, they'll be able to take out one with Nest in it, no problem as well. You just save Nest for last, like I did here, get rid of all the Nightsisters, and then it's just a matter of you buff up, and that's going to heal you up and heal your protection, and then you keep attacking Nest, and eventually the hits line up. It's not super easy, you don't have a ton of control, but you can keep throwing Death Mark on there so that when you do get a hit, it's going to take off a decent chunk. And eventually it will line up and you'll take out Nest. So that was an easy 20 banner win there. Another team that I went against was a Newt team. This was a little odd comp, but I took my EP Vader team, put Thrawn in there. It was Newt and Dooku with Nightsisters. So you can see Asajj there, a Daka there, and Zombie. So a little bit different, something you may not be used to. And you don't want to burn all your top meta counters like JKR every time you see something different and you're just not sure what to use. So I want to give this a try with EP. And they could get the job done, but I figure Thrawn will add that little extra oomph to the squad, be able to control the battle a little bit better. You can see that I fractured zombie. Once you do that, you don't have to worry about that taunt, so I can get around and start attacking who I want. Other than that, the goal is just to lay down plenty of debuffs and keep that turn meter train rolling, which that's what I'm trying to do. Just roll on a whole bunch of debuffs and make sure that my turn meter gets fueled while I'm getting them down. I honestly should have remembered. One thing you can remember is let them die to the dots and then they don't come back. And I always kind of forget that. Like, zombie won't do the free death for them, so if they die to the dots, that's one good way to get rid of them if you can get them low enough and kind of time it just right. But you can see here, after I'm doing it for a little bit, it's okay. I get plenty of dots from Vader and the debuffs from EP with his shock and stun, and then Tarkin, of course, putting down plenty more debuffs, and then his AoE to help get the ones that are low, that might be harder to get to. And I do have the Zedon Tarkin. I know I've said that before in my videos. I love it. It does extra damage. It makes him pretty tanky. So I'm glad that I have it. I know there's many more priorities nowadays, but definitely no regrets on that one. And you can see that even though it does take a minute, I'm making pretty good progress on the squad, and I didn't have to waste something that was overpowered just to get through. You know, when you're doing territory wars, depending on your opponents, it could be a long grind. You don't want to burn all your good stuff up front and then not have anything for when you get to the back to be able to help out your guild. Anybody could throw JKR against this and come away with a win, but then that's one you don't have for a mirror match or something later. So you can see I got rid of the other Nightsisters. Just got to take out Zombie there, and she won't be back. And then it's just a lone Dooku to have to deal with. And although the counters are annoying, you can do plenty of damage to get rid of him. Right there, Fracture, that'll seal the deal. Get rid of him, 20 banners for that squad. This one you guys have seen before. This is just taking my Jawas in against Geo wall that we found. And this guy had 2 Gear 13s. One of them was Alpha, so that means 3 Gear 13s out of the 6 on the field. But that doesn't matter. I have Scavenger at Gear 12 and Jawa Engineer at Gear 12. And all my Jawas are modded for max protection. So that's all they have to do is last. And right there, took out a big chunk of them. Only got one left. Got to wait for his bombs to pop. And an easy 18 banners right there. So that's one of my favorite ones to do. And then the last fight I have is one that I'm sure you guys have seen, if not used in your grand arenas. Normally I use Treya. So this is my kind of first time actually trying it this way. But it's the JKR team, but you swap out Bastilla as the lead and then still take JKR in as the second. And taking out a Grievous team. This one's got Newt in it. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with this. I just wanted some practice since there was a wall that we had to go through and I still had my team. I wanted to give it a shot here and, you know, see if I could follow the steps in other people's videos. So I took out B2, get rid of him because he's the engine driving the whole turn meter for that squad. Once you get rid of him, you just got to kind of buy yourself some time. Try not to kill anybody, I guess. Just do basics. Buff up. And what you want to do is wait for the direct focus to come back around so then you can start dogpiling Grievous. So that's what we're trying to do. I ended up getting Magna down to red bar, and so I had to take another AoE to the face right there. But, you know, now he's gone. I only got B1 and Newt and Grievous to worry about, and I'm still on bonus protection, looks like. Everybody's doing pretty good. So just work on B1 a little bit, try and take some of those stacks down. Newt's still got plenty of health, and he'll come back. So I don't have to worry about killing anyone, just trying to heal up a little bit. Now, I'm not sure if you're supposed to use, save this stun. I tried to throw that on Grievous to see what would happen. Nothing too good happened. Nothing fancy going on. I ended up killing Newt, and so he came back. Had to take another AoE, but doing pretty good. Got my direct focus. Now I could throw it on Grievous. So I guess the good thing about this team is there's room for error. I obviously haven't really run this team, and I'm no expert on every single move. And so messing up a little bit and taking those extra AoEs, your team can tank it out. They have that survivability to be able to put up with your mistakes if some things go wrong, or you just click and, you don't know what you're doing really. So that's good to know. I hate the counters where you got to be perfect. Everything has to go a certain way, and you got to be perfect in what move you use at what time. It's really annoying if the stars don't line up. And so you can see I'm just keep working on Grievous, using AoEs to take out stacks on B1, mark them again, and this team's pretty much done. That's it. So not the best in the world, but got my 20 banners. That's it. I hope some of these have helped you guys out, and I hope you enjoyed it and maybe learned something. I'll see you guys in the next video. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.